So like I already mentioned, the victory burst, it'll be helpful sometimes. So moving on, the intro, oh my gosh, that intro though, that intro is amazing. For the game, you see all the characters, and then it shows a certain few of the characters all in Konoha, and a lot of them are fighting and doing stuff such as that. You see Ichigo versus Kenshin. It's like, god damn, who would win versus Ichigo and Kenshin? From what I've seen, I think Ichigo. I'm not caught up on Kenshin yet with the series, but from what I've seen, they're like on two different levels. So I think Ichigo would win. And oh my gosh, the intro is a complete beastliness. And they have to end it with Luffy because, like I said in the bad part of this discussion, One Piece is like the biggest series. They got to continuously plug in One Piece at some point. They also showed Naruto. Naruto is part of the big three. And of course they got to show Dragon Ball Z. He's the one doing his finishing move on them. Goku's doing his Kamehameha. And Dragon Ball Z is just that series. It's just that legendary series which will go down in anime history. So in single player, you like once you get the game, you be honestly before I got the game, I was kind of worried that it being and not being in English would be a problem and quite worrisome. But it turned out to be alright. After like the 4th day, you just learn where everything is. You just learn the pictures. Like, oh, I know what that picture means. And you just go there. So it's pretty nice. So like I was saying, the single player, like you be playing the single player. So when you first start, it's a lot of fun. You're like, god damn, who needs online? So I didn't play online until like my 2nd day or like my 3rd. I was kind of nervous. I'm like, damn, I wonder how I'll do against all these people. And I did alright. I don't think I won my first match, but afterward, I do think now I win majority of my matches. I think I do. The character design is pretty nice. It's nice how they brought each character from their own respective series. Each having different art styles. And they all put into one game, and it came out looking nice. So I like that. Game's easy. Like I said, it's easy to navigate, even though it's in Japanese. Each character has some pretty boss individual traits, even though they went a bit overboard with some, and such as Ace, instead of like when you're about to hit him, instead of him dodging and teleporting, which you just really couldn't see him doing. What they could have done, they could have made him go into his was it Logia form, where he just turns into fire and appears behind you. That's something that they could have did. But instead, what he does that little fire move, which is pretty much one of his specials. Now that I think about it, they should have added his Logia. That was a cool idea. They should have put me in there. Hop up in the office like, nigga, we made it. Instead of he does that little fire counter move where he does the that fire spin and it makes him stumble, does damage, and then you go straight into a combo. Maybe do his infinite. He has a pretty sexy infinite, but I believe his infinite, it's not really infinite, it's just like an extended, because I think you run out of stamina at a certain point. And they really did good with Madara. They showed how his Susanoo has a far reach, kind of like what Storm 3 did. They emphasize on that. I like Sasuke's more, not because he has that Susanoo, that OP Susanoo, which I don't really use with him sometimes. If I'm playing with friends, I won't even activate his Susanoo just because it's just how OP it is sometimes. But I just like it more because it just looks cooler. His Susanoo just looks cooler to me, the way he jumps up, and then his pretty much his Susanoo, pretty much his triangle combos. Same thing with Madara, his triangle combos, like the heavy hitters. It's pretty nice. And you have like Luffy's upgrades, how he goes into Gear 2nd. I love how Luffy says like Gear 2nd. What's going on, guys? So listening back, I realized that I completely butchered Luffy's line. So here's an actual clip of him saying it. I can't do it. But Luffy's raw. I know in my bad part of this review, when I was going over the bad stuff, that is, I was saying I don't know why One Piece is the biggest series in Japan. Like I said, I'm not too sure, but I do love Luffy as a character. He's a pretty raw character. Like I said, he goes to 2nd gear, and then he goes into his armament. I think it's armament. Hopefully I'm saying it correctly. And all that's raw, and for each upgrade, he has different variations of his moves, which is always nice. That's why I like Luffy. He's a very nice character. Ultimates are nice. I just wish like more characters had more power-ups after the V-burst, such as Aizen maybe going into that form when he fought Ichigo, and maybe Goku going into Super Saiyan 3, which kind of disappointed me that he didn't have in this game, which I believe the creator of Dragon Ball Z, which I think his name is Toriyama, I think maybe that's his last name, I don't know. He doesn't even really acknowledge Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 2 as much as he used to when he was still writing the series, from what I've heard. He more so explains it as Goku is now harnessing the ability to just be strong in his normal Super Saiyan 1 state instead of wasting a whole bunch of energy on Super Saiyan 3. So, you know, Super Saiyan 3 isn't really needed for him, I guess, at this point. So, what are you gonna do? But I was kind of disappointed. I guess it would have been nice if they would have had him go Super Saiyan 3 after he did his ultimate for, I say, a good 30 seconds. That'd be nice, you know. And like I was saying with the whole nice individual traits for each character, like what they did with Hiei is after he does his ultimate, I believe, if you get knocked down, I think, while the victory burst charge is still going with like that little lightning bolt, if you get knocked down and have to recover, I think he goes into that sleeping state. So pretty much it leaves your teammate open to get gangbanged. So that's pretty dangerous for him. You know, that's what he did in the series. He was always tired and sleeping after doing some big moves. You know, that was something great that I didn't notice until like a month after getting the game. I'm like, is he sleeping? I know one time I was playing, I was like, nigga, what is you doing? Get up. I'm like, why is he sleeping? I didn't even know what was going on. I thought I got killed. So you know, I'm just waiting. I'm like, okay, when am I gonna respawn? And he's just sitting there. I'm like, what's going on? So that's pretty cool. And you know, you have great opportunities to work with your teammate. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna show a gameplay where I'm playing with one of guys on my friends list, Sonic. He was Sasuke and I was Yusuke, and we synced up our ultimate cutscenes together to where it just looked so raw. It was so amazing. Too bad we weren't aiming at the same dude, but either way, he managed to kill his person, and it just looked nice. And you can do stuff such as cross breaking, where when you hit your opponent up in the air, they do that spinning thing for a long time, and then your teammate can hit triangle, and you hit triangle, then you both do a special, and it kind of goes in like a slow motion kind of frame like type of thing, and it does more damage. It does some pretty good damage. It just looks pretty raw. And you know, you just sync up your attacks. There's other ways. I believe in this video you'll also see me. You'll see, like I said, you'll see some matches with when I was playing with Freaksa, and he had Naruto. He did the Sky Rasen Shuriken on his enemy, and I ran up and I was using Hiei, and I used my special at the same time. It just looked amazing, and we ended up finishing the game like that. So you just do some cool combinations with your teammate. There are times where you having to conserve your stamina is not as, you know, dangerous as in wasting chakra in Storm 3, because in Storm 3, if you waste your chakra, then your enemy can just continuously, you know, break down your guard, since you can't really, you know, back chakra dash or anything, and you're pretty much screwed until you can either get your teammate far away, you know, like on the other side of the arena to, you know, recharge your chakra. And in Jstars, you can just do a combo on them, do a move which will waste all your stamina, blow them far away for a bit, and then, you know, kind of just, you know, walk away, recharge your stamina. And even if they come after you while you're recharging, maybe just jump on a building real quick, you know, give it time to, you know, get to the normal level, to where if they hit you once, it won't break your guard. Because once your stamina is to a certain point, there's like 4 bars, I believe, at a certain point, your character like start to like fade in and fade out, like with his color. And then that's the point where he's like he has to recharge his stamina, because if you get hit, like if you try to guard while you're in that recharging state, your guard will just pretty much just break after one hit. So you need to avoid those type of situations, but it's pretty easy to avoid them. And you don't really have too much of the cocky players as you do in Storm 3. I haven't really seen anyone like that, like those clan people from Storm 3 who swear they're the best, even though it's just a video game. But hey, I'm not gonna get into it. And you just altogether have the ability just to learn a certain character, whoever you decide to main, learn their combinations, their movesets, what makes them special. You know, just learn what does the most damage. Some people like to just use the same combo over and over that'll do the most damage. I for one like to mix it up, but hey, that's just me. And last thing, I could say that skill wise, the game kind of has a skill cap, but you can still improve. But I think once you get to like a certain point of learning like a certain character's like all his combos and such, I think only thing you can improve on is just dodging and teleporting, you know, dodging people's hits, because that's the only thing that, you know, I've seen no one completely master, you know, just being able to. I haven't seen anyone just dodge every hit, you know, of someone trying to hit them. You know, that's, from what I think, is just impossible. But you know, you can still learn, learn how to dodge. Just, it's kind of skill cap. It's not like Storm 3 where you just learn and improve. You know, I've played some players in Storm 3 not too long ago who it was just amazing. I'm like, wow, these dudes are just real good. They must have a lot of experience. But in Jstars, the game's still fun. It's not that it won't take a lot of skill. It's just that it's gonna stop at a certain point, and then at a certain point it's gonna be whether or not you're gonna be able to avoid your opponent's attacks and just be able to deal your hits on them and not let them hit you as much. I guess that's pretty much the basics. So that's pretty much it. Tell me what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you 60 people later. Tell me if you guys think I missed anything, and yeah. So like I said, it's still a fun game. You guys want to play at any point, just tell me. The game's real fun to play with friends. I forgot to mention that. The game's amazing if you want to play with friends. You have a lot of fun, especially if you're like in Skype or something. That should be pretty fun as well. So tell me what you guys think, and I'll talk to you 60 people later. Deuces.